After the current ruler of the Daemonorgs, Beliadrin, showed his ugly face by teleporting right into our meeting and froze all of us stiff so we couldn't move, he proceeded to spew hate and anger over our recent destruction of vital Daemonorg troops and resources. Once done belittling and cursing us, he promised our immediate demise before vanishing into a portal of flames just as quickly as he'd appeared. Not 5 minutes later, the entire world began shaking as if earthquakes thundered repeatedly. A few seconds later, we fled for our lives as entire sections of our base were crushed to smithereens by something so huge that none of us knew what it could be. Well, except Darius, who'd called it the Big One and told us to run just as our part of the base crumbled around us. When we eventually made it out alive by the skin of our teeth, his words became clear when I laid eyes upon a beast so unbelievably immense it took my breath away. This colossal demon spanned the entirety of my vision, making it impossible to see all of it without scanning from the horizon and up to the heavens above. And not only did it trample everything in sight, but it also spawned and flung meteor-sized fireballs everywhere with its 4 enormous clawed hands. An actual walking nightmare. And it all happened so fast. By the time Frida, Hiko, Tasha, and I huddled together under a pile of broken vehicles, the Daemonorg Colossus had already completed its terrorizing run and moved on. Now, as the last rumblings of its thousands of tons heavy footsteps vanished, and I barely glimpsed the hazy outline of the gargantuan beast in the far distance through all the smoke, I carefully loosened Frida's tight grip around my waist, held her shaking hands in mine, and swam in those crystal blue eyes for a few seconds, while attempting to block out the wailing screams of wounded soldiers all around us. Shaken, Frida stared at me from the crushed ruins of what had been the Godmadrigan army's main operating base just a few minutes ago. Roaring fires caused by the Colossus' immense fireballs devoured whatever remained of the army's vehicles and equipment, flooding the area with black smoke, covering everything in a dense, sandstorm-like fog. The smell of roasted flesh and scorched metal stung in my nostrils.